She's a singer, a songwriter, and she's on the rise. Mariah Hester's in the house. Let's go. I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back. Welcome to another edition of Art Imitates Life with me, Tanya Dixon, and the greatest place to give you the entertainment news, the entertainment interviews, the whole thing. Today, the Soul Spotlight is in full effect. But before I go there, Happy New Year, y'all. I almost forgot that. It is 2022, and this is my first show of the year, so I just wanted to say that real quick as I keep it on rolling. It's the Soul Spotlight here, and of course, I have a rising star. She is a singer and songwriter, Miss MARIAH HESTER. She has a song out called Material Girl, and she's already blowing up a spot, y'all. I can't wait to speak to this young lady. She makes me so excited with everything she has going on. So sit back, relax, we get it all kicked off in just a few moments. Art Imitates Life with Tanya Dixon is being sponsored by Tandiland Global, bringing your multimedia dreams to life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our Imitates Life podcast with Tanya Dixon on both Podbean and on YouTube. Hey, welcome back to Art Imitates Life. And as I promised, the Soul Spotlight was going to be featuring a young lady who's really doing it big right now. Miss MARIAH Hester is in the house. How you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I am so great. You know something, your energy is just so wonderful. And I can see from the moment that I walked in the door, I said, oh, this is going to be a good interview, because no matter the situation, when I can feel the people like that, that's always great for a good show.
Thank you.
So you hail from Shreveport, Louisiana?
I do. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Okay, because I'm in Atlanta now, and I used to live in Texas, so I've traveled through Shreveport a lot, on my travels, coming between the two. So what was it like getting everything all started from there? Because my understanding is you started singing at an early age. So tell me about how you started your whole singing.
Well, that's an awesome question. So I've been wanting to sing and do anything with music since I was 2 or 3 years old. My mother saw the passion in me. She saw that I had a gift and she cultivated me from there on out. I'm raised heavily, as you probably can tell, in the church. And
Right.
so I got a lot of my teaching and my foundation of music in the gospel arena. And so I try to use that, and sprinkle that around on the R&B side. And my mother has taught me all different types of things, from resonance training to learning tone, not going too flat, not going too sharp. Yes, my mother has
Right.
done a lot of teaching. And
I know
so
that's
that has been something that I've cultivated for years and years and years to this
right.
day now.
Okay, and that's really so important because I played music for years and flute and everything and piano and organ. But the thing is, people can't hear as artists; they can't hear flat and sharp. So
Yes.
you're so fortunate that you have had your mother working with you like that, and you've been able to learn a lot of these things that people out there have still yet to learn. But what was that still like having mom there all the time? Were there days when you were like, I really don't feel like doing this? Did you have those days?
Oh, yes, ma'am. All the time. Being a kid, you want to go outside. You like, I want to play with my dolls. And I was a big Bratz girl. I was not the Barbie girl. I was the Bratz girl. I had to have all the dolls and all of the things. And, I just
Right.
wanted to sit there and play with my toys. My mama said, no, perfect practice makes perfect. So we're going to go ahead and go into this music room, whether you like it or not. And we're going to
Oh,
learn. And now being here as a 25-year-old young lady that
right.
is just pursuing this passion, I look back and now understand, and I
I
get it,
get
and I thank her for that. I thank her for
that. Right.
the perseverance and the drive in seeing what I didn't see, because God must have given
Right.
her insight to see farther ahead than I could. Because in that
Right.
moment, I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I just want to go to sleep. No, ma'am, we're going to be learning.
I know that's right. Kudos to mom. Big
Yes.
kudos to mom because it is time when you can look back, years later, and you can see what it was like. That hey, I didn't feel like it then, but I'm so glad that she was there and we got it done. And I have a training behind me, which a lot of
Yes.
people don't have. That's real big right there. A lot of people don't have that. Now, I do want to, before we start talking about your single Material Girl and everything, which I love. I love the acoustic version and all that I was listening to. That was really wonderful. Before we get into that, I really want to ask you about your education because you did something that, I've noticed that there are some artists these days that are doing. You all are getting your degrees in your education and all, and you doing your music and stuff, but you got that whole thing going on right now. You are a NICU nurse.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Tell us about that.
Well, I hail from, as you know, Shreveport, Louisiana, and looking for a nursing school. I know that I wanted to be close to home. I wanted to
Right,
be close where I can touch my grandmother, touch my mother, still be able to come to church when I needed and I wanted to. I just didn't want to be too far away from home. And
right.
God put in my path Northwestern State University, Fork 'em Demons, and that is 45 minutes down the road from Shreveport. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I knew that
Right.
I always wanted to help people. I knew that my time for music was coming, but I didn't want to be what they call a starving artist. I still wanted to have my education. I still wanted to have some type of credential behind my name because education does open a lot more doors. And
Right.
so I decided that I wanted to do nursing. The medical side, the standpoint of that is I'm still able to help people. I'm still able to do what I love, music, because I incorporate music therapy into my practice as a nurse. And so I did my collegiate setting there. I graduated in 3 years with my baccalaureate degree in nursing. And I started right away in 2019 as a NICU nurse.
Oh my gosh. Now, NICU, now, that's natal, right?
Yes, neonatal intensive care. So I work with the
Okay.
premature babies. I'm talking like 24 weeks, 580 grams, to the chronic babies.
Um,
So that's my realm. I take care of the little babies, PT Raya.
Oh, because I love the babies. I think about it a lot because I don't have kids yet, but I always think about the babies. So that's a wonderful thing. And we have to thank people like you for helping to bring those little beautiful ones into this world. So we
Thank
thank
you.
you for taking
Thank
that time. And you are in a trend that I see happening right now with some artists right now. And I'm really proud of y'all that you are using your own other interest in education and in having your backup, because you know what that industry is like. And you're not putting just absolutely everything into that, because that industry is a very fickle industry. Having been in it a long time myself, I've seen a lot of changes. And so I'm very proud that there's people like yourself who are, doing both sides of the game. So congratulations for that. But let's
You.
talk a little about your music now. So now, Material Girl, I listened to it and everything, and then I was reading about it as well. So I know the song is airing in different markets. So for people who are watching this show, tell us a little bit about the basis of Material Girl. I want them to hear what you're saying about what made you write this particular song.
Yes. Well, God has given me the ability to be able to write shared and lived experiences. So a lot of things that I write about comes from a place where I've lived or I've gone through. And
Right.
I use those lyrics to maybe help someone who is going through something similarly to what I went through. So the
Okay.
basis of Material Girl is a girl at a crossroads. Is she going to let material possessions, things that anybody can go buy, serve as the basis and the strong suit, the strong point of that said relationship? Or is she going to realize, open her eyes and say, I need the things that money can't buy: time, attention, love, an actual connection. A lot of times we as people think that, oh, he must love me if he's buying me all these flowers and he's buying me all these cars and I'm doing all this stuff. And you kind of say that, oh, this might be a love language. But in that, are they kind of masking things that they are really not giving you? And you become so blindsided by all the things that glitter. But I've always learned that everything that glitters is not gold. And some of these
Exactly.
things are not going to sustain you in a long-term relationship. So when I realized who I was as a person and that I am a queen and that I cannot be bought, that's how I learned how a relationship should actually go.
Wonderful. Oh, and you know what I love what you said just now? You were saying about how the things that they do and the buying the things for you and everything, is it a love language? And most people don't think about the love languages.
Yes.
And some people never really learn at all, because some of them do get caught up in material things, and they figure that that is love until they get with a person, and then one day down the road they realize, was it ever really love, or did I fall in love because of the material things? Did I become the material girl? So I
Exactly.
love that. Oh, I love that so much. And tell me more about your more music that you're going to be doing and everything and all that you have going on. I just want to see what the whole snapshot would be for Miss Mariah out here.
Well, oh my goodness. God is opening so many doors and it's crazy. Um, there's a lot of music that's coming down the tailpipes. I'm not going to be the one to tell until the Lord says the same. But if you follow my social media, my name is Mariah. There is a lot of things that's happening, and I'm always letting you guys know information and things that's coming on down the tailwinds. But let me tell you, 2022 is the year, so we're excited
That's
and
right.
we are strapped in. We ready.
I know that's right. That is so wonderful. Well, let me just ask you. I love to ask new artists this all the time. What have you seen and you really learned about this business of the whole entertainment industry? Because it is a very, like I said, shaky and unstable, but at the same time, there's a lot of transitioning that's going on. And there's a lot of people that you just can't, plain simple, just can't touch. And you're fortunate enough to be on some labels that has this Sony imprint at the same time. So tell me a little bit about some of the things on a business end that you have learned, so that you can help a few people out there who are really trying to get to your level.
Of course. Well, the importance of your brand. Who are you? That's something that
Mm,
I've had to study. I always wanted to be a singer, and you just get fixated with, I just want to sing. Well, there are so many other aspects to the music industry, like you just stated. that you don't take into consideration. You don't take into consideration, your brand. How do you want to be portrayed? When somebody clicks on you, what do you want to have broadcasted? And just taking that time to find out who you are before you present yourself is very important, because a lot of times in this industry, they'll see you that you're hungry and you're driven, and sometimes they'll take that hunger and use it against you, because they're like, well, she's hungry, she's ready, she'll do anything. No, we have to be in a standpoint where y'all are coming to me. I'm the prize. I am who I say I am, and I'm not going to waver. Also, in terms of trends, it's okay to, dibble and dabble in the trends, but you don't have to, always be a part of trends. Set your own trend. Be your trend. It's important to just be who you are. And sometimes we get lost in ourselves, running after a trend, and we forget who we are. And so it's just very important to just stay steadfast. Remember who you want to be portrayed as. Don't, sway, oh, maybe I'll just do this because, it's the opportunity. Well, God is going to give you the right opportunities, and every opportunity that's given to you is not a good one. So just having that discernment to be able to realize, what door I should actually go through is also important.
That is so good. And I'm glad that you've really thought about that, the branding, the trend, and everything like that. And that is so important. At the same time, especially with the way that new artists have to do new things compared to, how the labels and stuff used to be back in the day. So I'm so proud of you again for saying that. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to be back with more Mariah Hester in just a few moments. Welcome back, RM Takes Live. I said I have Miss Mariah Hester, and we get ready to get out of here because she's a busy lady. She's got a lot more shows to do today, so we're so happy to have had her here. But before she goes, we want to make sure that she drops her social media for you out there. So go ahead and do that for me, Miss Mariah.
Of course, beautiful family. This is your girl, Mariah. And if you want to follow along on the journey and be a part of the Kaleidoscope game, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. My name is Mariah. My personal Facebook is Mariah Hester. And if you want to go ahead and look at some alternative music, something that'll suit you, go on youtube.com and type in Mariah Hester and subscribe and click the links.
Oh, isn't she the cutest thing ever? I can see you doing it big out here, girl, because you have the charisma and you got it going. You got mom and everything else backing you, the church, God, the whole thing, girl. You're going to do well. You are going to do well. And so I thank you so much for taking the time to swing by our Imitates Life. I know you got to go. So we're sending much love to you, continued success, and please come back anytime.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And you're welcome. For you out there, y'all stick tight. We're going to be back at the end of the show in just a few moments. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media. Hey, welcome back. Well, that was my social media just now. Just in case you want to reach out for me and let me know what's going on with you. I've been so under the weather, y'all. The whole holiday season was a blur for me. And I'm glad that I am back here on AIL doing the show here on the Soul Spotlight, and we have a lot coming up this season. So make sure, if you would love to be a guest on the show, if you have any question, comments, or anything like that, be sure to reach out to us. So you can hit us on the website, info@tandiland.com. Or if you really just want to hit us on Gmail, we got a Gmail address. It's Tandy Girl, as you see over in the corner. Tandy Girl, AIL. AIL stands for Art Imitates Life, if you didn't know. tandygirlail@gmail.com. So either way it goes, you can catch us. And just let us know what's on your mind. And like I said, if you want to be a guest, what have you, we'd love to hear from you. I've had a great time speaking to Miss Mariah. Oh, she's such a wonderful spirit and a wonderful talent. And we just cannot wait to see the things that she has coming up, because I really feel that she is going to do some big stuff out there. I really do. So we'll keep an eye on you, Miss Mariah, and hit us anytime. Of course, continued success. And for you out there, it's time for me to go. The living room is coming up maybe this week or next week. I'm not sure. You'll just check the channel, and you can see when we have that coming through for you as well. So tune in and see what we have talking over there on the forum and the whole nine. And the Soul Spot, of course, Soul Spotlight will have a lot coming up for that as well. All right, y'all. As I always say in parting, good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient, but the best things come to those who never give up. I'm Tanya Dixon. It's time for me to get out of here. Y'all have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next time on Art Imitates Live. See y'all.